She can't help who she is. The modern woman is fickle, entitled, ungrateful, and often ends up sad and lonely. How could this be? Why would women be created this way, with negative traits that are no good for anyone? Leaving aside the effects of feminism for the moment, a big part of this phenomenon is what biologists call evolutionary mismatch. Nature hardwired women's instincts for a world that no longer exists. The behaviours that once ensured survival now cause problems in modern life. One of the most important of these instincts is hypergamy, the drive to secure the best mate available. What every man needs to understand is that women evolved to survive in brutal, high-pressure tribes. They secured protection through loyalty, while always watching for a higher value man to replace him. It was a dangerous balance between staying loyal and seizing a better opportunity. In stable times for the tribe, women valued loyalty. Assortative mating, pairing with a man of similar status, kept them safe. Hypergamy stayed in the background, a quiet instinct waiting for moments when survival demanded more. But in times of war, conquest or collapse, hypergamy wasn't a choice. It could mean life or death. At numerous points throughout human history, survival meant adapting when your tribe was conquered. Male coalitions would raid, kill the men, and often kill the children, taking the women for themselves. The ability to switch loyalties overnight wasn't weakness, it was survival. Women weren't just claimed by conquerors, they were traded, gifted, or sold into slavery. Daughters were exchanged to seal alliances, pay debts, or secure peace. A woman's value was tied to her ability to submit, reproduce, and align with the interests of stronger men. There was no room for attachment or defiance. Those who adapted lived, those who didn't were discarded or killed. We see similar patterns in nature. When a coalition of male lions overthrows a pride, they kill the cubs fathered by the previous males. The lionesses don't resist. They come into heat and accept the new rulers. Any attachment to the past would cost them their lives. Human females face the same brutal reality. A woman loyal to dead men or defiant toward her captors risked rape, enslavement, or death. Those who couldn't let go of old bonds didn't survive, or weren't allowed to reproduce. Nature rewarded women who could erase the past, submit to new power, and secure their place in the conquering tribe. These instincts didn't just shape female behavior in the past, they still drive it today. Understanding what females were designed for is the only way to truly understand their maladaptive behaviors. It also points to a powerful dating and relationship strategy I'll cover later. Simping is definitely not part of it. Hypergamy is the instinct to seek out the highest value man she believes she can secure. Not the kindest, not the most loyal. The man who stands out, whether through status, dominance, influence, or appearance. It was never about fairness or emotional loyalty. It was about survival and securing a future. This instinct remains hardwired. Women are drawn to men they perceive as being above them. It's why they grow restless with men they see as equals, or worse, as beneath them. The instinct to always look for better became a survival advantage. Women who followed it when the world turned violent lived to reproduce. Those who didn't disappeared. Men weren't wired this way. Once a man secured a woman, his instinct was to protect her and maintain the relationship, because stability ensured his offspring's survival. A man could trade up if he gained status or power, but it wasn't a survival instinct. It was about opportunity, not necessity. Women, on the other hand, improved their chances by aligning with stronger men, sometimes abandoning a weakening partner when they sensed he could be overpowered. It was ruthless, but it kept them alive. That instinct hasn't gone away. It just misfires in a world without real threats. Women still walk when they sense weakness or believe a better option exists, not because they need to, but because they're driven by instincts shaped for survival in a brutal past. By abandoning stable relationships and traditional family structures to chase fantasies, they're producing fewer offspring, not more. What once helped them survive now leads to loneliness, broken homes, and declining fertility. Hypergamy doesn't care about modern ideas of love, loyalty, or equality. It responds to strength, status, and options, just as it always has. Understanding this gives you awareness, and with awareness comes control.
Those people are on fire.
Don't look, Sarah.
Okay.
Keep looking at me, baby.
So, what changed to bring out and amplify the hypergamous instinct of women? For most of history, hypergamy was contained, not because women didn't feel the pull to trade up, but because society left them little room to act on it. Before the collapse of the nuclear family, life was simple and demanding. Marriage wasn't optional, it was expected, and it happened young. There was no time to explore in your 20s, no safety net for single mothers, and no tolerance for breaking up families over boredom or ambition. Small communities and strong traditions enforced loyalty. Promiscuity, adultery, and chasing excitement were punished, not by law, but by reputation and survival pressure. People paired off within their social circle. Assortative mating was the norm. A woman's future depended on securing a stable man and keeping him. Hypergamy existed, but it stayed in the background, an instinct tempered by culture, necessity, and consequence. That balance held till society tore down the barriers. Today's woman lives in a world designed to indulge her every instinct. From an early age, she's told she can have it all: excitement, independence, career success, and, when she feels ready, a perfect man waiting patiently at the end of it. Not just any man, but one who's strong, wealthy, confident, and attractive, while also loyal, emotionally available, and eager to commit when she decides the time is right. There's no urgency. Every voice around her says to enjoy life, collect experiences, and never lower her standards. Settling early with a good man isn't seen as success. It's treated like giving up. At the same time, modern culture trashes the value of men. Strength, provision, and leadership, once admired, are dismissed as outdated or toxic. Marriage is portrayed as a prison. Motherhood becomes something to postpone until every personal desire has been satisfied. Technology fuels the fantasy. A phone in her hand offers endless attention. Dating apps and social media flood her with validation, making it easy to believe that better is always just one swipe away. The men she sees aren't the ones around her. They're the top few percent, constantly visible, constantly compared. Hypergamy thrives here. The instinct to seek better isn't questioned, it's celebrated. Following instincts feels right in the moment, until it leads to disappointment and regret. Time doesn't announce when it's running out. The attention fades, the options disappear, and reality replaces fantasy. The men she once ignored have moved on, or no longer see her at all. After years of chasing what she thought she deserved, she's left with wine, pills, and a cat for company. As a man, always know that women have this hypergamous side. Don't let anyone fool you. Never believe women when they say they want a sensitive guy, an equal, or someone who puts them first at all times. What they respond to, what they're drawn to, is strength, confidence, and a man who stands apart. You don't need to be perfect in every way, but you must establish yourself as dominant or exceptional in at least one domain. Whether it's status, skill, leadership, or sheer presence, a man who brings something rare commands attention. Masculinity is still rewarded, no matter how loudly the world tries to deny it. Competence, assertiveness, and understated authority create attraction. You don't get there by asking permission or playing the nice guy. In a relationship, understand that hypergamy doesn't switch off just because she's with you. If she's entertaining attention from other men, online or in person, she's keeping doors open. Don't tolerate competitors. It's unhealthy and disrespectful. A woman who values you won't look elsewhere. If she does, that's a clear sign she's low value. What could be worse than a partner who's looking around like you don't exist? Keep your power. Don't overshare. Don't conform to her worldview, and never act like the two of you are interchangeable. The 50-50 ideal sounds fair, but it kills attraction. A woman doesn't want beta Bob. She wants a man who can handle what she can't. Treat her well, but never put her above you like she's somehow better or deserves more than what you offer. Lead, protect. Let her feel safe, knowing you understand how cold the world can be, and that you're keeping the monsters at bay. Loyalty is earned and maintained by being a man she can't replace. Someone who takes her on a journey, where her power comes from you